Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Talking Bullion. Well, I got another package in the mail, another unboxing. Keep saying this, but yet I keep doing it. I'm trying to avoid the unboxings nowadays, but there's a method to my madness here. There's a reason why I want to unbox this and show you what I'm doing with it. So I figured we'd just go through the whole process together and check it out. So why don't we go ahead and take a look. Alright, so before I go on with the ultimate goal here, let's go ahead and see what's in this package. It's got a little bit of weight to it. Gotta make sure I don't cut into the goods. But let me go ahead and trim off the edge here. And there's some paper in there. Some more paper in there. Some more paper in there. Oh man, this is... There we go. And what we have here, let's get these out of the packages. These are very well wrapped up and contained, which I appreciate very much. So what do I have here? I have 3 American Silver Eagles. Now, I know you're already saying, Talking Bullion, what are you buying Eagles for? That's crazy, man. The premiums are so high. Which is true, but the premiums have come down a little bit lately. But again, there is a plan I have. Let me get these out of the... I don't like these plastic things that just break. I gotta put them in a tube anyway. So I wanted to make sure I got all Type 1s, or the original American Silver Eagle. And that was important to my buy. I didn't want to buy random or any of the newer ones. So let me see what years I have here. I have a, can we see it on here? 2001. Because he had like 7 or 8 different years, and I just said, you know, send me random, whatever you have. Another 2001. And did we get anything else? Or nope, all 3 2001s. Alright, well that's not a problem for me. Zoom in a little bit here, get a better look at them. Looks like this one might have a little bit of toning on it. Alright, so why did I buy these? Well, you know, if you've been stacking for a while like I have, sometimes you go through your stuff and you kind of realize, I got this over here and I got that over there and I got this here. And that's what happened is I was going through some of my stack, which is, you know, put away and not always visible. And I realized that I had 2 partial tubes of American Silver Eagles, and I got out my label machine a while back and labeled everything, so that kind of helps a little bit. You can see here I got 2020 ASEs, which are going to be Type 1, right? Alright, so, and then I had some miscellaneous ones here. And when I got to counting between the two, I realized that I had 17. I was like, man, I can't have 2 partial tubes that equal, you know, together 17 and not have 1 tube. So let's take a look here. You know what, just for the heck of it, I'm going to get my gloves on. I think it's probably okay to, you know, handle these around the edges without gloves, but because I'm going to dump these into my hand and stuff, I'll just, you know, get a little protection from all that hand goo on them. Alright, so if we look at the 2020 Eagles, let me put these over here, pull this down. Maybe I zoomed in a little too far. Let me zoom back out just a little bit. Alright, so there's our 2001s we just bought. So we look at these beauties. Look at how shiny and beautiful these things are. Oh man, are these gorgeous or what? Those are some nice silver, folks. Alright, so if we take a look at these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 different Eagles. Just looking at those edges a little bit. I don't know if they're damaged or what they are, but they're okay. You know, just some beautiful US coinage. Alright, so I had 6 2020s. Then when I open this one up, I had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, which between the two makes 17. So I was like, oh man, I can't have a tube with 17 in there. I gotta fill that sucker up. So that's what I did. So let's look at what years I have here. I have 1997. Some of these got some toning to them. We have 2010. We have 2001, so that's going to match those. I don't know what causes this brownish toning across the coin like that if they're left out in the air. You see this sometimes. It seems to be a little different than some of the other toning you see. This one is a 2001 as well. So you got several 2001s. Again, my goal is to only make sure that they were type 1 so they all kind of matched in the tube. 1997. Can you see the milk spot on there? Look at that big milk spot on that sucker. Look at that thing. Wow. And we have a 1997. This appears to be milk spotted over here as well. Definitely milk spotted there on the gown. Look at that thing. Alright. Then we have 1997. The difference between the two 1997s. This one's nice and shiny. I wonder what year this is. Ooh, 1989. Does look like it's got a milk stripe or something. I'm not really sure what that is. But still, look at the shine and the beauty. Look at the beauty of this thing. I love those cartwheels. That's a nice one. Alright, what year is this one? I just thought I'd show the year so we can see that it's definitely 2002. So we can see that it's definitely a random tube that I'm putting together. 2002. Alright, and then 2002. Alright, so what I would like to do when I put them in the tube is put them in order, because that's how I roll. So 89, 97, 97, 97. These are all 2001s, right? At least toned ones, so they're going to go with this batch. Oh, that's a 2010. And a 1997. Alright, so we have some other 1997s, that's right, so that's going to go with that. So we have 89, 97, 2001s here. We have a 2010. Oh, we also have some 2002s, so those will go here. 2010 and these beautiful 2020. So what do you think? What do we have now? Woohoo! We have a tube of American Silver Eagles to add to the stack. Let's count these things. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Kind of hard to hold in the hand without dropping them. But there is 20 there. And they are in order. So what I'm going to do is, this is how I generally put things in my tube. Put them upside down, like so. Which means the oldest one will be on the bottom. And I've got 2 tubes, right? I'm going to leave off the one that says 2020 SEs. I'm put some writing on there before I use my label, but you know what I do when I write? Can you see that I put that on a piece of tape? So now I can take the tape off and not have the tube be scarred with the date on it, because I wrote it directly on the tube. So I can do that later, but that's a method that I use too. Is I always put a piece of tape on there before I write on it, and you see it all the time that you'll buy you know, you'll get something in the tubes and they'll have, you know, Sharpie written all over them for a date or something on there, and that's not what's in there. But so now I've got myself a clean tube, and I can also take this off real easy. And I'm ready to fill this up with some other American Silver Eagles. Not anytime soon, I can tell you that. Alright, so what I do is I stack them up as nice as I can. Just take the top, put them on there, slide them to the edge, put my finger on them, and flip them over. And folks, we got ourselves, oh yeah, a tube of American Silver Eagles. What do you think about that, huh? Whew! It has been a long time since I've put together a tube of American Silver Eagles, and I am very happy that I did, because these are nice. I mean, especially in today's world, ASEs are pricey, and you can bet that most of these other ones that were in here I paid much less for them. I got these three 2001s for $30 a piece. Not great. You know, silver's come down, still a hefty premium. But it wasn't that long ago, they were $35 to $40. So I've waited. I came across my 2-tube situation a little while ago and waited it out for a bit. But I'm like, you know what? Let's just get these three. Get them for under $100. Get them in the tube and get them put away. And I have a nice, nice, nice tube of American Silver Eagles. Well, I hope you all are continuing to stack. Drip it in. I've talked in my videos about how I just like to drip in a few ounces here, a few ounces there, you know, just trying to, you know, continue to add to the stack. You know, silver and gold have really come down lately. Now the premiums on gold are pretty tough right now. I'm holding off on buying much gold because the premiums are just way too high right now. But on the other hand, silver's come down a bit, and my stacking strategy is to just continue to get a little bit here and a little bit there. You don't have to go out and buy massive amounts, like 3 ounces of silver. That's pretty cool. I actually bought this recently. Got it for a really good price on off of a website, and you know, really good price. The lowest I paid for a 10th ounce AG in quite a while. And it's a backdated one. I've been trying, this is a 2008. I've been trying to, you know, get my backdates on it. Actually, I just realized there was I thought it was like a blue ring, a blue foam ring that was in, but I dropped it and flipped it over and realized there was something. This was a piece of like painter's tape on here. There we go. That'll look a lot better. There we go. It's got my own capsule. I was going to pull it out and put it in my own capsule, but I don't need to. But what I will do on this and these ASEs, I got them in the tube right now, but I'm going to take them back out and I'm going to put them on my Sigma machine, and I'm going to verify that they are real. And there's a couple other ways you can do it as well, but the Sigma is a really good start. And I will check them out and make sure that they pass that initial test. Okay, so I was talking about how I use my Sigma Metalytics Verifier to check on anything I buy online, including online bullion dealers, anything I buy offline, like a private sale. Everything I buy gets checked. This is one of the best purchases I made, and I thankfully made it a couple years ago, maybe early 2020, something like that, when it was around $700 for all 3 wands. Now these things are well over $1,000. So I'm glad I have one. Well, let's go ahead and turn it on. First thing you have to do is hit the run calibrate. And we're on gold, so we want to go to silver. Let's go to 99% pure. There's a bunch of different options here. You can see Canadian, but we're going to do the 99.9 right there. You have to uncalibrate again, and let's go ahead and put these 3 Silver Eagles that I purchased on the verifier. So that works, almost right in the middle. Doesn't really matter which side you put it on. And then let's check this one. Right in the middle. You can see down here, this is where we're looking, right in the middle. Alright. And then this one, right in the middle. So all 3 of these things test out, which is good because, You know, American Silver Eagles, they can be faked, right? They can be faked by China and a lot of other places. So it's always good to definitely check out something that's highly faked. Now I thought maybe as long as I have this out, I had showed the gold coin. This one I bought from the same place that I bought the Eagles. Let me go ahead and put this down here. Now with this thing, this is a little bit more challenging because it's small. It won't work inside here because anytime you use this board for measuring, it's got to fill up this black ring. So this won't work. So we're going to have to use one of the wands, the small wands that come with it. Here's a wand. So if we plug this in over here, then we get an option to, right here's an option to select the sensor. It automatically went to wand. See right there, see how it switches from here to here. So I'm saying I want to use the wand. I got to hit the run calibrate again. Alright. But the challenge with the Eagles as small as that, it's really hard to get a good reading because any of the uneven stuff like from the Eagles or anything, the wand really needs a solid surface to hit. If it's lifted off a little bit, it does tend to affect the measurement. So you got to try to find, you know, these fields over here that there's nothing in. So it can be a little challenging to get a good reading. And that's normal. That's not trying to make it work. That's just how it is because the coin's so small, it needs a surface on it to read it. So let's go back to our gold. Okay. And there's an actual setting here for American Eagle. See that? Gold American Eagle. So the verifier has a setting for this coin built right into it. We have to hit the run calibrate. Alright, it says place sample. So let's see if we can get a reading on this. And again, you gotta find that spot. It's within the brackets, so you're good. You don't have to hit the middle of the bracket. Anywhere inside those brackets means it's a good read. What you can see as I put it in different spots, like if I put it right on top of the lady, it reads. But there's places where it doesn't read right, and it's really just because this really needs a flat surface to read it. So we can flip it over and let's see if we can hit some flat surfaces back here. Yep. So it's good. It verifies. Now one of the things you can do is leave it in the capsule and let's see if it reads while it's in the capsule. So we'll put that on there. Look at the wand. Yeah, see the wand can't get through the capsule on these little guys. But let's switch it back to this sensor and see now since the capsule makes it bigger. Oops, I gotta push run calibrate. Let's see if it can read it because the capsule makes it bigger. Now let's see. So the capsules, the verifier is very good about reading through capsules, but on this, because it's so small, the actual coin does not meet the minimum requirements of this black ring, and putting the capsule on doesn't meet those requirements either. So really, with a coin this small, you're going to have to use this wand. Now these machines, if you paid the extra money, come with 3 different wands, and it's important to note that the wands are calibrated to the machine. So if you were to only buy one wand and get a couple more later, I think you would have to send this into Sigma to get them calibrated to the machine. So you can't just flip and flop the wand. So that's important to know if you ever buy one. I know it's a little bit more money. I don't know what it was, $100, $150 more to get all 3 wands. But it's probably best if you're going to already make the investment to do it. So here I've got a kookaburra. It's in a capsule. Let's see if it'll read the kookaburra. Silver, 99 pure. It should read it in the capsule because it's big enough, but let's see. Yep, see, when the coin's big enough to reach around the ring here, the capsule can be read through. See that? So yeah, it's a good read. So it's just kind of the nuances that you need to be aware of with the Sigma machine. That there's different ways to make things work, and the coin size, the coin type, different things like that definitely make a difference. All right, so there we go. We tested all of our precious metals we received in the mail recently, and they tested out, and we are good to go. That's it for now. Thank you for watching, and always remember, let's keep talking bullion.